In this video I'm going to take a look at the first year Materials Technology Wood project, the bills holder, and specifically transferring a design or a picture onto the wood. So here's the project in its finished state. It's basically a project that hangs up on the wall. It's got a closed peg there to catch onto the bills, and it's got our donkey or our ass on there and the catchy slogan. You can see on the board there we have the grid used to transfer the design, and we have the dimensions for the backboard and the bit of printing that has to go on there as well. So transferring the design in a way is what we want to look at here, and I'm taking the piece that I've already got the design on. I'm checking the grain on the back piece. I'm going to tape this on, making sure that I keep the feet of the donkey to the bottom of the board that we've got here. It's a 4mm birch ply that we're using, and I tape it on just so it can flip it up to slide the carbon paper in underneath it. And you take the carbon paper, make sure that the shiny paper side of the paper is down. Then it's only a case of tracing around the image of the donkey, and I'm purposely leaving a couple of lines out here when I have that done, just to show the importance then of making sure that you have it taped on so as you can flip it over. And if we take it away here, we can see that there's a few lines that are missing when you look closely at it. So I just stick it back, flip it back down, and it will match up the lines. Just make sure that you don't make anything too thin, because it's going to be cut out. Tail is a problem area if it's left too thin, and the legs can be a problem area too if it's left too thin. And you can see that it's transferred the design perfectly for me, and if I needed to repair anything, the flip is very, very handy. So that can be used again. As you can see, it's used plenty of times before. The second part that I want to look at is doing the printing. And for the printing part here, you can see that the square doesn't fit down flat onto the piece, because only 4mm birch ply as well, and you can pick your best side that's on that too. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a clean off, and we want to pick out whichever our best side is. So from the top of it, I measure down a distance of 20. You can see that the square can slide freely and flat on the piece. And then I want to give my letters the height of 10mm, and the spaces between each of the lines is 6mm. So that's all I'm doing, is transferring each of these on here. The roundovers are at the corners that you would have seen on the board. They're not specified to any radius or radii, and there's one other dimension that we need here, which is the hole for hanging it up. You can see I can use the bench block too if I don't want to use the edge of the bench. So I'm going to measure halfway down that, and I'm going to take it to the bench hook and take that down in the middle and measure down a distance of 10mm. So that's my centre for where I drill the 4mm hole. Then I need to print this. The important things in this are that it's nice to have a little bit of a freestyle in your printing or writing, but you want to make sure that it's clear, and you don't want letters that are not quite not legible. You want to have it nice and clear, as you can see in the finished piece, and that is going to stand out. And you can see I've painted the donkey part so that it'll stand out as well too on the project here. And of course we need clothes pegs to finish off.